What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Empire 161 Show, Season 6, Episode 15. We're opening up with Renegade by 6, because that is David Bednar's, our new closer's walkout music. Significantly better than the Clay Holmes Snooze Fest.
Oh my God.
The last couple of years. So, thanks for joining us on this Sunday evening, back in our home after a couple of Thursday shows. It's great to be back on a Sunday evening. If you're joining us on the Facebook live stream, you're joining us on YouTube, or wherever you found your audio podcast. We always appreciate the support. I am Ed, and Lisa is back. Lisa, what's up? What's going on?
Hey, everybody. It's so good to be back. But I also want to say a big thank you to my friend, and I think now Ed's friend, Saman, who stepped in so graciously, and I knew he'd be amazing because he is about as big of a Yankee fan as Ed and I are. So I was really happy that he could join, and I watched the episode that you did together, and it was so great. There was a lot of great conversation in there. Damon could talk to a brick wall, though, because he's just so outgoing, which is one of the things I love about him. But I love that it worked out, and we'll see, we'll see what's in the cards for the future, folks. But yes, I'm back. I went to Puerto Rico, and I went to go see Bad Bunny, and it was amazing. And that's why I was gone last week, but I'm happy to be back to talk more baseball. I actually left on a really good week to not have to talk about it. And I came back to talk about really good baseball this week. So I'm happy about that. We've got a lot to cover. And I haven't had a chance to say this out loud yet. Congratulations to our softball team for winning the championship while I was gone as well. So I'm so excited that I got that text message while I was away. But
Yes.
We're going to be talking about the Yankees series versus the Twins, where they went 2-1, and their series versus the Cardinals, which they just swept them today.
Yeah, we got to. Thankfully, it's a more well. Listen, I think Damon and I did a solid job considering what we were dealing with.
Absolutely, it was a hard week to talk. So
it was rough. It was rough. But thankfully, this is a much better one. I know there was a little series in between there against the Astros, which wasn't also great, but
that happened. We're not talking about that. Also, disclaimer: Ed and I are separately coming off of sicknesses. I don't know what you had. I had the flu, so today's my first full day that I feel okay. So both of us might be or drinking a lot of water.
Try to hit the cough button as much as possible.
Try.
Try. I can't guarantee it. Obviously, I already failed. All right. Well, cough drop is in. Let's get rolling. I know it's the second week. People who listened last week had to hear me talk about potential stomach issues and stuff like that in Texas, but or past that. Yeah, past that. But just a little cold. That is, summer cold sucks. I'm sure everyone out there has had a summer cold.
Worse. Summer flu is worse.
It's the worst because it's like when you have a cold, you just kind of try to stay warm and inside, and it's kind of easy in the winter when it's cold. But when it's hot, you want to stay in the air conditioner, which technically isn't really helping you, but it's either that or die, and I don't want to do that. So I'm in the air conditioner, and it's a no-win scenario, put it that way.
Yeah.
So, but what is not a no-win scenario is the Yankees week that was. They did welcome in the Twins, which is always a good thing when the Yanks are struggling. Excuse me, to welcome in the Twins because, we usually beat up on them. And most part, this one was no exception. The Yankees won this one 6-2. Will Warren picked up the win. His record's now set at the time was 7-5. 6 2/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 7 Ks. So, sorry, that was also addressing something from last week that Damon and I talked about is Yankees starters not getting out of the 5th inning.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a nice thing, and there was a little bit of that. Not a lot, but a little bit of that this week because that also taxes the bullpen. The bullpen's been overused significantly. So that also helps. Cody Bellinger, 1 for 4 with his 21st home run of the year. Ben Rice, 2 for 4 with his 17th home of the year. And Giancarlo Stanton was 2 for 4 with his 11th home run of the season. So
Yeah.
Bronx Bombers bombing away against the Twins as per usual. That cough button cannot be close enough at this point.
It's fine.
And to think I was going to try to do 2 shows tonight. Look at that. That would have been something. But Yanks, go ahead. Anything further on this game to start against the Twins?
The only thing I have about this game is that when Ben Rice hit his 17th home run in the third inning, he hit it 113.5 miles per hour. That was his hardest hit ball of the year so far. So he's been hitting with power and literally.
Yeah, that exit velo. I know they were saying he's one of the tops in all of baseball in exit velo.
Yeah.
More on Ben Rice to come.
Yep.
As the show rolls on. But the Yanks would take care of business again on Tuesday night by beating up on the Twins 9-1. Carlos Rodon picked up the win. He was now 12-7, 7 innings.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing, but unfortunately this was it. 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. Giancarlo Stanton 4 for 5 with his 12th homer of the year, 3 RBIs. A double and a run scored. Aaron Judge, 1 for 2 with his 38th home of the year. 3 walks and a stolen base and 2 runs scored. Anthony Volpe, 1 for 4 with his 18th home run of the year. 3 RBIs, a walk and a run scored. Wow, Jesus.
You would not have gotten through 2 shows today.
I'm lucky I'm going to get through this one. Jazz, 2 for 3 with a triple, 2 runs scored. 2 walks, 2 stolen bases, giving him 17 on the year. So, Yanks beating up on the Twins again. So, that's always a good thing. Every game's a must win.
Especially now. We put ourselves in this situation where every game is a must win.
Yeah. So,
before we move on to the next game, just want to note that you mentioned Giancarlo went 4 for 5. This is the first time he's had 4 hits in a game since August 24th of 2023, almost 2 years.
Well, when he's not, a lot of that has to do with his health too.
Has to do with what?
His health.
Yeah. You have to consistently be in games in order to be hitting, and his health keeps him in and out. So
yeah, hard to get timing down when you're in and out of the lineup constantly.
Absolutely. One thing I did want to name too, though, the catcher for the Twins, Mickey Gasper. I don't know what this context was. I just read it, but he was quoted as saying that his Yankee Stadium debut, which happened at that game, was as close to heaven as you could possibly be.
Wow,
I thought that. I wonder how Twins fans feel, and I'm gonna quickly look up where he's from to see why he said that.
Well, I also think it's like commonly a thing. You're in Yankee Stadium. Say what you will. Yankee Stadium's Yankee Stadium. So, where's he from?
He was born in New Hampshire, so he's either gonna be a Yankees fan or a Red Sox fan, and he joined the. It says he was Boston Red Sox and Minnesota Twins. So.
Okay.
But yeah, it's true.
It's true. Unfortunately, though, the following night, Yanks did not complete the sweep, which, again, we just said every game valuable. But this was also following a 2-hour rain delay.
Yeah.
Which was here. Angie and I were at this one. It was the Aaron Judge MVP bobblehead night, which was extra. I was going to state that. It was a battle. It was a battle to get in.
I'm sure.
And we've been to bobblehead nights, days, whatever. We know it's crazy. There were people, Lisa, lining up at 9 a.m.
That's insane. Come on.
That's excessive.
That is ridiculous. Why are people doing that?
I don't know. It was bonkers there. But thankfully, we secured ours. Good to go. Rain delay, not great. I did try something new, though, that night.
What did you try?
Colony pizza, but the hot oil which has
Mm-hmm.
pepper on it. It's a straight pepper on each slice. Really good. Really hot.
So I'm out.
You are totally out. I will not. I'm in no way suggesting this to you. I'm just sharing the information. It helped with my cold because it definitely helped clear things
Yeah,
up.
it flushed you out. It flushed you
Yeah,
out.
it flushed me out for sure. So, apparently not enough, but still for the night. But good stuff there though. Colony Pizza. Yankees offense, not good stuff though. Cam Schlittler got a no decision. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Cody Bellinger, he was the Yankee offense, 1 for 3 with his 22nd homer of the year, and a walk. Anthony Volpe, 1 for 3 with a double. So this one, did you stay up for this one or no?
When was this?
This was Wednesday night. Were you back yet?
This Wednesday, yes.
Okay. So
I stayed up for it, but I was really sick, so I probably was in and out of sleep.
Okay. So 6th inning, Schlittler.
Oh yes.
He was at about, I feel like it was high 80s, early 90s in pitch count. And in a tie ball game, Boone goes to Yerry De Los Santos with a fully rested bullpen. Now, this isn't a second guess. This is a first guess. Okay? I see him coming out of the bullpen. I'm like, okay, why are we doing this? And I'm like, all right, on one hand, he's pitched well, right? So maybe he's earned a high leverage spot. But he's coming in against Byron Buxton and 2-3-4 in this wins over. Their only real threatening part of the order. So you have Weaver fully rested. You have Duvall. And you have Bednar ready to go. Why? Why not go to Weaver? Why not go to Duvall?
Why not go to Mark Leiter?
Mark Leiter Jr. also okay. Like he would be in the trust tree higher than Yerry De Los Santos at this point.
Yep.
But for the reasons, Boone elects to go to Yerry De Los Santos, and that's when shit hit the fan.
3 times.
Now, huh?
I said 3 times.
Yeah. I don't understand that. And then he gets him out of there as soon as possible. Because you had to face the minimum 3 batters. And I was kind of baffled by this. Totally baffled by this. In a game where everybody lost that the Yankees need to lose. So you had a golden opportunity, and you knew they lost at that point in the game. You got to show a little more urgency than that. You got to go for the kill. And I just felt like they didn't. And scoring 1 run on a solo home
in the 3rd inning.
In the 3rd inning is not what you want, right?
It's not what you want.
He did say it earlier today. So, I don't know. I mean, were you with me on this, or were you also kind of scratching your head? I would have rather seen Schlittler stay in.
Yeah, I I understand that he's a rookie, but I think that he's, kind of shown a little bit about what he can do, and I feel like give him 1 more batter, see what happens. I would have probably went with Mark Leiter Jr. instead. But as my best friend Joe says, it is what it is. It happened. He made a terrible decision. I don't know if you've seen this lately. Damon's been sending it to me too a lot, and I don't know if he's been sending it to you. Now I'm blanking on the guy's name. The redheaded guy that used to play for the Yankees.
Oh, Clint Frazier?
Clint Frazier. Has he been sending you those videos? Clint
No,
Frazier's been talking a lot about the Yankees' back office decisions.
Well, I sent you a clip also from Clint Frazier's new podcast that he started as well. I don't know. I'm glad you brought that up though, because we can get into this. I don't know. Clint Frazier. I'm not saying he's BSing. I'm pretty sure he's probably telling the truth from his perspective.
Oh,
But
but he's definitely embellishing because it's a hard like we don't embellish. We don't
well,
need
I
to.
mean,
But
we can embellish for comedic reasons, but
right.
um, perhaps he is. But I also kind of feel like he has an axe to grind with the Yankees.
I do too.
You know what I
I
mean? Like,
definitely take what he says with a grain of salt.
yeah, because he seems to be harping on the fact that. Did you listen to the first episode
Mm-mm.
of his? All right, I did. I actually listened to the entire episode. And I'm not saying he did a bad job. It's fine, and whatever. As we're showing right now, everyone can have a podcast. We'll talk about whatever we want. Do shit. But I kind of feel like he has an axe to grind with the Yankees because I feel like in a way he blames them for him not succeeding in the majors or not giving him the tools to succeed. Because he's like, well, I never played left field in my life, and they put me in left field, and remember his or right field as well, and he struggled defensively. It was one of his problems, and he's seeing that with Jason. We're seeing that also with Jason Dominguez. Like that's very clear. And not defending the Yankees on this, but they have two better options in center field right now than Dominguez, even at his best. He's not Cody Bellinger. He may never be Cody Bellinger defensively, and he's not Trent Grisham.
Right.
So, especially right now, like the Yankees, every game is a must-win essentially, right? Like it's not realistically going to happen. They're not going to go undefeated the rest of the season, and if they lose a game here and there, it's not the end of the world. But you need to treat this with urgency, and lately they have, because Dominguez is playing a lot less. They're stuck in a bad spot with the Judge injury. And Stanton, like that's a tricky thing right now. And Dominguez, his development is taking a back seat right now because, they have to win. I mean, we saw it Friday night where he goes and misplays another ball. And you played a lot of games in left field. So I don't want to, at some point you need to show some sort of progress on this. And I don't feel he is. And I'm going to say it. Stanton might be a better option defensively than Jason Dominguez right now. Granted, two different positions.
There are two different positions.
Yeah. And Dominguez has hit the last couple of days. Since he started playing again, he has hit. So I'm not going to act like that. And I'm not anti-Jason Dominguez. But Stanton needs to be in the lineup. If I'm going to play him in right field and Dominguez roll the speed, I put Stanton, my outfield would be Stanton, Grisham, Belly and left. Dominguez, I'll get him spot starts here and there, but the guy's a switch hitter that can't hit right-handed, and he's a bad outfielder. Right? So, and he doesn't offer what Belly, Stan, or Grisham offers offensively either.
Right.
Judge has to DH until he doesn't have to. Then obviously you flip Stanton and Judge, and then you got like your best outfield. And we'll see with Dominguez though, but like the dude's got to start playing. But back to Clint Frazier though, I just feel like he has an axe to grind with the Yankees, and that's why, like you said, it's got to be taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining. I'm not saying it was boring, but I don't know. I'm curious to see where it keeps going with that. Like if he keeps harping on the same thing, then I don't know. I start reading it as this is your axe to grind with the Yankees.
Yeah, this is you being salty.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. Anything further on this one on the Wednesday night game?
The only thing I'll say about that is that this was the Twins' first win over the Yankees since April of 2023, which is a 9-game losing streak against the Yankees that they snapped.
Oh yeah, it's an epic. It was like 120 something, and like 60 or I don't know. It's even less than that. They have a like absurd record since 2001 against the Twins. And they have 3 more games against the Twins in September, so gotta take care of business. And hopefully we'll be in Minnesota next year to see the Yankees play.
Oh my God, I hope so.
Yeah, the schedule comes out soon for next year, so we can look at it. We can even discuss it here, and then see what it is. I'm hoping like a nice June, July, August.
Oh my God, definitely not April or May.
I'll tell you right now, April, nope, not happening.
Even June, it's like late June, please.
Yes. Later,
Yeah.
the last week of June would be preferable.
Yeah. By the way, folks, I've said this before. There's only one major reason why I want to go there, and it has nothing to do with baseball.
I don't know. I kind of think you wouldn't be so opposed to seeing that ballpark.
I'm not terribly opposed, especially if Joe Mauer happened to be there that day.
Just saying. There's Juicy Lucy's out there.
What?
Juicy Lucy. It's a burger. No, really?
Okay. Never heard of it.
Uh-oh. All right. We'll table that for now. But
there's a purple reason why I want to go.
No, I understand it. Are you going to go see the IMAX movie?
I want to, yeah, definitely want to go see that.
Isn't it limited time? You better make sure you're on there.
I know, I gotta get a ticket. Actually, tell my brother. He probably wants to go too.
Come on, there you go. All right, so the Yankees though would start a road trip in St. Louis Friday night. Taking this one
a very they're having like a heat wave.
Very
Everybody
hot.
looked like they were melting in the crowd.
Yeah, a very empty St. Louis stadium also, which was nuts.
That had to feel weird to the Yankees because they're not used to that.
No, because they were saying basically the only people that were there were Yankees fans. Because that's usually a sea of red in St. Louis.
It was a sea of red seats.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Unfortunately. But Luis Gil did pick up the win. His record's now 1-1. He lasted 5 1/3, so not quite, but at least 6 to 7 innings we're looking for. 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 4 Ks. David Bednar, he picked up his 19th save of the season. Jazz 1 for 3 with his 21st home run of the year. 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, a walk, and his 18th stolen base. Ben Rice, who had himself a weekend, 2 for 5 with a double, a run scored. And Jose Caballero, by the way, who was probably my co-MVP of this series, 2 for 3 with a walk, 2 stolen bases, which gave him 37 stolen bases on the year.
Insane.
So when the lineup came out, I scratched my head like, all right, Stanton's not in the lineup. This is weird. He just played 3 games against the Twins in right field. But they were talking about maybe just trying to be extra cautious, leg soreness, yada, yada. Jose Caballero, though, got the start in right field. And he did his thing with it. It's nice to see a guy who puts the ball in play, who's a threat on the bases, who is athletic. He's a guy who this is the kind of player that the Yankees needed. And I felt like this series was kind of as like Yankees coming out party. In a way.
Yeah.
And this game also felt like it was a blowout for a lot of it until the very end. And then it wasn't. And we needed Bednar to come in, and then we needed like the entire bullpen to be like lights out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was a. Did you get that feeling? I mean, I kind of it felt like this was like I don't know. I would have thought they were up like 9-0.
Yes, they actually mentioned it during the game too. I don't know if you caught that. Yeah, and I don't remember if it was I think it was the 7th inning. They were like the Yankees were up from what feels like a 9-0 or something like they said like 9-0, 8-0 game.
Wow.
And it seemed like the game was just like flying by, and then all of a sudden it came to a screeching halt.
Yeah, and then we're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Get Bednar up. Get the high leverage guys up.
I mean, when Luke Weaver threw that wild pitch and Pajes scored, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, because unfortunately it's been like that lately. Like we're almost like waiting for the other shoe to drop, and that's just not the way it's supposed to be for the Yankees. But
yeah. Well, I just want to mention one thing that I know it's going to come up. I know it's going to come up while you're talking about the game again. What I love about Jose Caballero being on the team and having a significant amount of bases stolen is that it's inspiring other players, because there's been a lot. I think before today's game, I think they said that the Yankees stole 7 out of 9 bags, and it would have been 8 except for Jason Dominguez overslid.
Another thing, besides his defense. I don't know. It's just he needs to just button it up, man. It's just come on. Like he needs to be hungry also. Like if he wants to play, he can't be doing this shit.
Do you think he's giving oh my gosh. Second piece. Second piece. Only
Torres?
Do you think he's giving that energy?
No, not really, because the big difference is this is Dominguez's rookie year.
Yeah.
That was not Glaber. If we're talking about Jason Dominguez like 6 years from now and this is still happening, then absolutely.
All right, we'll see.
I'll
We'll
give him it.
see.
You know what it is, at least you know what it is though. If the Yankees would have not had these awful 2 months and been up by a lot in the division, and we would have been like, all right, we can kind of like take the growing pains. But it's being highlighted because every game is a must win. So
Yeah.
we can't afford this shit. That's basically the only way to say it, honestly. It's just, we can't. These little details. This is where the Yankees have suffered this year. And it's why they're in the position that they're in, is because little mistakes like this add up.
Turn into big mistakes.
Yeah. So, but last night, Yanks would go ahead. This was a wild game. They went ahead. They outslugged the Cardinals 12-8. Max Fried, who was awful,
Yeah, he was.
did pick up his 13th win of the year, which is why, Lisa, how many times you heard me say about wins and losses for pitchers? It means virtually nothing to me because he pitched terrible but gets a win. But then you got Cam Schlittler, who pitches his ass off and gives up one earned run, and he gets a no decision. That's not fair.
Yep.
Right? He only lasted 5 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned runs, a walk, 6 Ks. David Bednar picked up his 20th save of the season. But Ben Rice, our boy, Aros, 3 for 5, 18th homer of the year with a double, 7 RBIs, a walk, 2 runs scored. Trent Grisham, 4 for 5, 4 runs scored and a walk, so he had himself a hell of a game too. Aaron Judge, 2 for 3 with his 39th homer of the year, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and a run scored. Jason Dominguez, 2 for 5 with an RBI and his 20th stolen base of the year. Jose Caballero, 2 for 4, 3 runs scored, a walk, and 2 stolen bases to give him 39 stolen bases on the year. But this was a game that was back and forth. And
yes, it was.
Chipping away. And I thought we were going to, it was, I don't know, like bad things started entering the mind again late in the game. And I'm like, we can't. Not again. Not again. So I'm sorry, Lisa, you were saying?
So there were several milestones in this game as well. In the top of the second, when Trent Grisham got his hit, that was his 500th career hit.
Yes.
In the bottom of the second, Max Fried got his 1,000th career strikeout off of Alec Burleson. In the top of the third, when Aaron Judge hit his 39th home run to center field, he has now hit at least 1 home run versus every major league team except for obviously the Yankees, and I hope he never has to.
Yes, I sure hope so.
And then, you mentioned that Ben Rice had an amazing game. He tied his career high 7 RBIs, which he first did last year in July.
That was the 3-homer game against
yeah.
Red Sox.
Yeah,
I remember. I was at that game. Well, we were at that game.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun game.
That was the call. That was the Cole and Ben Rice home runs game.
Yep. No, that's right. That's right. We did call them.
It was eerie.
I mean, there's a lot of Nostradamus things that happen between us.
It's true. I do got 2 things from Katie Sharp in this game, though.
Okay, tell me.
So the Yankees are the 24th. This is the 24th game with the 9+ runs scored this season, which is tied for the most in Major League Baseball. And also, Ben Rice, players with multiple 7+ RBI games since 2024. There are 2. Ben Rice and Max Muncy of the Dodgers.
Huh.
Who have done that. So, Ben Rice is honestly catching a lot more. He's in the lineup every day right now, whether it be first base, catcher, because honestly, Austin Wells not quite doing it. So,
no, those breakfast burritos got to him.
Yeah, or he needs more or something, or like maybe you have to change the recipe or something. I don't know what it is. Maybe he needs some chicken parm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Volpe can take him out for the chicken parm. Because Volpe, a couple of weeks ago we were talking things weren't looking good for Anthony Volpe, but he is quietly tightened up his defense. Knock on wood, that continues. He looks much more confident out there. I'm not saying he's lighting it up at the plate, but he's had some big hits, some clutch, homers, especially somewhat recently. And the defense has looked a lot better. So,
yes,
that's mainly what we need from him is, can't have your shortstop leading the league in errors. Put it down.
Exactly.
It's tough to win consistently. Uh, so Yanks would complete the sweep earlier today by a final of 8-4. Yes, wordplay here with the Cardinals. Yanks fold cards to complete the sweep. Uh, Will Warren, though, not his best start. He got a no decision. 4 2/3, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 3 Ks. Luke Weaver picked up his third win of the season. His record's now 3-3. He lasted an inning in the 2/3. No hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, and no strikeout. Paul Goldschmidt, though, who finally did get to start in his return, got a huge ovation from the crowd that was there.
Yeah.
3 for 5 and an RBI and a double and a run scored. Jason Dominguez, 2 more hits, 2 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored. Cody Bellinger did not get a hit, but got 2 RBIs. Jose Caballero, 1 for 4 with an RBI as well. By the way, did not mention the MVP of Friday night's game was Cody Bellinger on defense because he started at first base. He turned I think it was 3 double plays he started.
There were
also
several,
a diving catch in left field to end the game. So it just shows his value to me. Like, he didn't have a great offensive weekend, but yet his defense was present, so he still makes sure he affects the game. So, got to get him signed. The op's out, sign him. I don't give a shit what it costs.
I agree.
Make sure he stays.
So one thing that we did not talk about, and I feel like it was pretty lacking, was that this was Players Weekend, and you could barely tell.
Well, they toned it down, I think, over the last couple of years.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. This year's bats weren't that exciting, and the cleats are like an everyday thing now. And
well, that's what I was gonna say. Is that I don't know. Like, I guess Players Weekend, besides the little thing that they have on the side of their caps, which whatever, I don't care.
But everybody has the same thing. It doesn't matter.
It's just whatever wacky number because like they even sell them and it does absolutely nothing for me. I don't know. Like you're right. The cleats, the different colored gear, like that's every day now. So that's not special. The bats, cool. I also don't have an issue with them doing the bats every day. I don't care. Like if they let them use whatever designs they had designs on their bats daily, I actually am for it. I have no problem with that. Who cares? It's still the same model bat and it looks cool.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was disappointed because if it's going to be like they got rid of I know that there was the year where Yankees players had something on the back of their shirts and Brett Gardner was like very upset about it.
I loved it. Gardner's stance was awesome.
But I thought that was cute in general. The only thing that was nice about this year, and that's only if you are like active on social media, is that you got to learn things about some of the players, right? So I learned about what Jazz Chisholm does with kids. You know what's sweet? He still keeps in touch with the kid that he met at the World Series
Classic last year, yeah.
Yeah, like he's like his like big brother now. I think it's so cute that they still hang out. I love that. And I knew about this, but I learned more about Carlos Rodon and his wife's organization to help families with infertility issues. I know several people who've gone through that, and it's really heartbreaking. So there does need to be more like affordable choices for people who are trying to have families, who like it just doesn't happen the way it might happen easily for other folks. So I love that they have that. And I feel like there was one more person. Well, I also learned about Yohel Pozo from the Cardinals, the catcher.
His story was crazy.
Yeah, his was really like heartwarming story. So I love hearing stuff like that. I would challenge Major League Baseball to not just do it on a weekend, like talk about those things throughout the year, because many players have foundations, right? I mean, Aaron Judge has All Rise. There's like tons of players who do really great things. Like I know Curtis Granderson's been doing things for years with his foundation. Obviously, Derek Jeter does too. Like, and the list of players that have foundations goes on and on. But I think it's really great when they get highlighted, and it shouldn't just be on a special weekend. I mean, that's the whole purpose of like the Roberto Clemente Award, isn't it? Like the well, no, well, yeah, kind of sort of. Roberto Clemente Award is humanitarian efforts, but
Mhm.
like focus on those things too with the players all the time, not just then. But I don't know. So Players Weekend felt like any other weekend to me. It was kind of lackluster, and if you're gonna have a Players Weekend, do something special about it.
Well, I think that I don't know, they've tried different things. Like remember when they did the different colored uniforms and the Yankees played the Dodgers and they wore like all black. And I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
Vaguely.
Yeah, it wasn't. Was it the year? No, I don't say. I don't think it was the year that Judge banged up his foot, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest though. Yankees Dodgers. I don't. I guess it was just a timing. I don't want to see. I kind of want to see their traditional uniforms being worn in those spots when it's like a traditional series like that. You know what I mean? Like that's a historic series. I don't know. The different uniforms didn't really do too much for me. I remember the first year they did it though. It was modeled after the Little League World Series because that's when they time it up. Is when
Yeah.
it's supposed to be then. So I felt like the first year, I think the Yankees had like navy and gray sleeves, and they had nicknames on the back. That's when Gardner did his like. He was trying to leave it blank because he's like, it was the Yankees. We don't put names on the back, which is kind of why I was. I don't know. It didn't bother me.
But it's nicknames. It's not like
No, I know, but I understood his thing and him putting Gardner on the back. I thought was hilarious. Whatever. I thought it was funny.
Should have put Guardy Party.
You should have been like, I don't give a shit. Put whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Like, Guardy or whatever. I don't know. If it's something along the team colors, I think I would be okay with that. It's just that when they did the all black or all white, I thought it was just dumb. Like it just looked black. I don't know. It wasn't enough. Like if you're gonna do something, do it.
What was the color that they wore when they played on the Field of Dreams? Wasn't that also black? Or was that like navy? It was dark.
No, those were the throwback ones. Remember they?
I know those looked really cool.
Yeah, they did like.
Oh, they were
jerseys.
They what?
They were kind of like throwback jerseys because the Yankees. I have the hats.
It was like Babe Ruth jerseys, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like the older school Yankee stuff, which I was fine.
Yeah,
so I kind of missed the Field of Dreams game because I know it's under construction and that's why they're not doing it right now.
How is it under construction? It just got built. Like,
well, what happened was Frank Thomas and his like some crew he's with, they bought like the surrounding area and they're turning it into like some sort of like big entertainment thing.
Oh, okay.
So it was just going to be a pain in the ass getting people in and out of there. I hope they bring it back though because it was cool. Did you see the? Did you see the Speedway Classic at all? Did you catch any of that by any chance? It was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, so they played in the middle of the a racetrack. The Reds and the Braves played as.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. It was interesting.
Like while a race was going on?
No.
Oh, because I was gonna say it's a little,
No, it was just in the middle of a race. I don't know. It was creative. I didn't mind it. It was.
Is that like there was I don't know if it was a boxing match or an MMA match in the middle of Times Square? Like they're doing that now.
Oh yeah, I heard that they were going to also. Well, whatever, I'm not going to go down that road. They're supposed to do a UFC fight at the White House. Exactly. All right, so so the Yankees do trail the Blue Jays by 5.5 in the division, though. At the moment, so again, they did get a situation here that, just about everyone they needed to lose, lost. The Mariners losing to the Mets tonight would be nice, so we can say it because it would be beneficial. Guess what? Let's go Mets! Let's go Mets! Beat the Mariners. I didn't even see. They're playing in the Little League Classic right now on Sunday Night Baseball. It was just a whole thing. We were talking in a dugout. There were some Met fans who can't cheer for the Yankees when it helps their team.
Oh my God.
I was like, guess what? We can. I'll say it for you right now. No problem.
I have no problem saying that. I'll cheer for the Mets any game that they're not playing the Yankees.
Yeah. And guess what? Right now, the Mariners, we're in the middle of the wild card race with them. So it would be beneficial. So go ahead. I hope the Mets, I didn't even check the score.
It's delayed. It's delayed.
Son of a bitch. All right. Well, whatever. I hope the Mets do win tonight because that would be beneficial because in the wild card standings, the Yankees currently are the third wild card, and they are a half a game behind the Red Sox. and 1 game behind the Mariners. So if the Mariners lost, they would be tied with the Red Sox, and we'd be a half a game behind both of them for the top
That would be
wild.
wonderful.
So why not? Let's go. Let's take care of that, because the Yankees do have a huge series coming up, a 4-game set with the Red Sox, starting Thursday at the stadium. So, all right, let's get to our awards then of the week, shall we? Top of the heap, hitter of the week. Since I bounced over to these standings, let me go ahead and re-pull that back up. All right, this should be interesting because I feel like there's a few candidates, and honestly,
you know who mine is. You know who mine is.
That was going to be mine until
I know who yours is. I know who yours is because yours is my runner-up. Yours is my runner-up.
Yeah, Ben Rice.
Oh, well, that's not mine.
Ben Rice, because you know what?
That's my runner-up. That's my runner-up.
Over the last 7 games, he hit .346 with a .469 on-base percentage, .654 slug, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. Yes, 7 of them were in 1 game, but they still count. 6 walks and 4 runs scored. And honestly, holding it down between catcher and first, not easy. And he's doing it. Like Goldie banged up recently. He's not exactly 100%. And Austin Wells not really getting it done at the dish. So, kudos to Ben Rice, though. He's my top of the heap hitter of the week. Varos. Oh, my God. I do want to get a Ben Rice shirt. I really do. He will be next because, I need another Yankee shirt. I need RotoWear to step in and do it.
Okay. Wait, let's roll that back. You, of all people in the world, do not need a new Yankee shirt.
Oh, no. I said sarcastically. I need it like I need a hole in my head.
You want. Because
there's definitely want.
Ed's wardrobe, he could wear a Yankee shirt. I'm going to guess he could probably wear a Yankee shirt for the entirety of Yankee season.
I do not have 162 Yankee shirts.
You have close to it.
I have a lot, but I don't have that. That would be a bit of a stretch. But
all right, how about home games? You have enough shirts for home games without repeating?
No, I don't have 81 shirts. I have a lot. They're not 81 though. If I had to guess, I would probably say in the 40s.
I think you're shortchanging your shirt.
Maybe collection. 50s. I don't know. It depends.
Okay. Well, that was my runner-up, but my top of the heap is on the top of all my lists. Giancarlo Stanton.
He had an outstanding week. It's just that he didn't really get to play that much during the weekend, which is kind of what hurt him for me. Yeah,
because he played 3 games in a row and he had to rest up. But in 13 at-bats, I
didn't want to say it out loud, but you did.
What?
He had to rest up after playing 3 games in the outfield.
I mean, he did. Listen, Eddie, when you get to be a certain age playing a sport,
Lisa, he's younger than us both. Considerably.
I know. Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
All right, go ahead.
No, in 13 at-bats, this man had an average of .538. His OPS was a 1.648. He had 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 walk. His on-base percentage was a .571, and his slugging was a 1.077.
All right, this should be interesting. King of the Hill pitcher of the week. Who do you got? You can start this one off.
We might have the same person. I don't know. We'll see. I picked our new closer, David Bednar. Yep.
I guess I'll have to pivot then because
So it's basically all zeros with 2.1 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, and 2 saves in the week. But literally every other stat was zeros, which is what you want to see.
It is what you want because sometimes that does happen.
It is what you want, Joe Girardi.
It is. Kudos to Bednar. Nailing down a closer role immediately. I know that first game against Miami, that weird Friday night game where he kind of gave up a solo homer and blew a save, but ever since then, he has been completely lights out. That game against Texas last week where he fought to stay in and throw 45 pitches to get the save. I mean, the dude is just showing like an attitude. Like that's what I want to see in my closer. Like a guy who shuts it down, who wants to be out there every single time. Unlike the body language on our former closer, Devin Williams, who kind of looks like he wants anything but to be out there at times. He has pitched better in a couple of lower leverage situations recently, so I don't want to bang on him too much, but he needs to be nowhere near the ninth inning for the rest of the year. I'm sorry.
Maybe not the eighth either.
No, because that needs to be Luke Weaver. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like I'm glad this kind of went there. Bednar is the closer. Weaver's the setup man. Duvall, who kind of is control problems, he has nasty shit. I will say that. He has nasty stuff. He's got to get the control. He's got to cut the walks down, though. Like, he kind of reminds me of Fernando Cruz in a way. Duvall, Cruz, hopefully they get him back soon. That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
That'd probably mean the end of Yuri De Los Santos. But, whatever. It is what it is.
I mean, we thought Yuri De Los Santos was going to go down a few, like a month ago, didn't we? Weren't we talking about he was probably one of the two people going down?
He did, and he came right back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I agree. My pitcher of the week, though, is also David Bednar. Luke Weaver was the runner-up because both of them have been totally lights out, essentially. So, kudos to both. Back into the bullpen, starting to stabilize a little bit. So that's nice to see. All right, so Yanks-Rays. Yanks will be heading down to Tampa to play road
spring training facility.
Yeah, something like that. Did they release the pitching match? Oh, nice.
They did. I looked at it before the game was even over.
We were a 2-game series.
2-game series, and it was against the formidable TBD, but then they put people in.
Nice.
Now, and get this, the Yankees were in for this series, and then I didn't realize it was 2 games, so I almost put a third game, and I was like, wait, that guy's a Red Sox. So they had the 2 Yankees pitchers for these games, but they didn't have the Rays pitchers. And then for the Boston games, they had the Boston pitchers, but not the Yankee pitchers.
I don't know what that's about.
But anyway, I have all 4 for the Rays games now. So on Tuesday, because tomorrow's an off day, Shane Baz is going to be starting for the Rays. He's a righty. He's got an 8-9 record, 4.93 ERA, and 140 strikeouts. He'll be up against Carlos Rodon. He's a lefty. He's got a 12-7 record, 3.25 ERA, and 164 strikeouts for the season. And then on the 20th, my brother's birthday, Drew Rasmussen is going to start, and he's a righty for the Rays. His record is 10-5, 2.60 ERA, and 102 strikeouts. And he'll go up against our rookie, Cam Schlittler. He's a righty with a 1-2 record, 3.94 ERA, and 30 strikeouts so far this season.
Yeah, well, something to look for though with that the upcoming series. Since it's the same dimensions as Yankee Stadium.
Yep.
Stanton played right field in Yankee Stadium. Does Stanton the right field of the next 2 games? Or, Judge supposedly is going to be back soon in right field? We need Stanton's back in the lineup. But I also want to see Caballero play still. I kind of feel like he's warranted getting into the lineup.
Yeah, and he will. I love that he played shortstop, and Anthony Volpe had a day off finally. We talked about that.
Yeah, no, and you can do that now. And I also feel like because Caballero had such an impact on the team, you got to find a way to keep him in the lineup. So, and also now that Volpe has gotten his defense together, I don't want to bench him now. You know what I mean? Now wouldn't be the time. A couple of weeks ago would have been the time. But not so much now. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see though how they set this up though. But Stan should definitely get some games back. He's been off for it would have been 5 days now. But they had the off day Thursday, off day tomorrow, 3 games in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope he's rested up enough to get back out there and play some defense. Maybe a little bit. It just sucks too because he's been like so hot, like he's crushing it at the plate, and then it's like that's why I'm like frustrated by it. If he wasn't hitting well, I'd be like, all right, fine. I mean, not the end of the world. But yeah, that and the huge 4-game series against the Red Sox back at the stadium. I mean, huge 4-game series against the Red Sox. Like, you need to make a stand. You have to take that series. Mm-hmm. You have to. At least 3 out of 4. You have to. You can't fold against the Red Sox like they have earlier this season. It's not an option at this point. And we'll be there Saturday.
We will. I know.
Yeah. We'll be there Saturday. I'll be there with Angie for her birthday on Thursday night. Also the Costanza bobblehead giveaway, which would be nice.
You have to get there at 9 a.m. apparently.
Well, got reservations at NYY Steak, so
definitely be there.
Boom! So, yeah, that might have to be the move. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Bobblehead days, just randomly make reservations and see what happens. Didn't want to say that out here, but it's okay. I don't know. It doesn't always work like that. So, all right. So, I do think that does it for us this week. Lisa, we made it. We found a way to not choke to death on camera while talking about it.
Your voice stayed intact. I really thought you were losing. I thought you were going to be gone by the end of the episode.
I kind of felt like I rallied a little bit. I felt a little bit better.
You did rally. It got stronger.
Nice. Right. There we go. That's the key. Good luck to me tomorrow morning when I'm yeah, well, thanks for joining us as always. If you joined us on the Facebook live stream, check us out on the Empire 161 Show's Facebook group. We're sharing lineups and highlights and all other stuff that we don't get to talk about here, along with Pop Culture Pros and popculturepros.com. That's who we are presented by, and wherever you found your audio and podcast, subscribe to Pop Culture Pros. Lisa and I, we will find a way. We will be back next week. We'll be talking about the Rays and Red Sox series. Get a little tricky with Sunday Night Baseball next week, but we'll try to figure it out. Yes, and hopefully we'll be better vocally next week.
Oh my God, if we're not, that's terrible. Also, I want to shout out our Instagram page because Eddie, when I used to have it as _Empire, I shortened it just for him, and he still doesn't talk about it.
Sorry,
so
no.
I'm going to shout out our Instagram page because I'm the one who throws things on there. And while I'm not as consistent as Eddie, I know I'm not as consistent. I do put things on there, and I was putting things on there today. So go follow us there too, please.
Yes, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and YouTube. It's under Pop Culture Pros.
All the things, everybody.
All of things, everything, all the time, no matter what. See you next week. Let's go Yankees. Have a good week.
Bye, everybody. Peace.